What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm all Talks and Gaming today, people. Today, I'm going to be bringing you my Sparkman Turbo deck profile. This is my second place deck list from yesterday's locals. There was 6 people in attendance, so it was one of the smaller locals that I've had, but, you know, second place is still second place, so I thought I would go over the deck profile for you all. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into this. So, obviously, it wouldn't be called Sparkman Turbo if we weren't playing Element of Hero Sparkman in this deck. We're playing this card at 3, right? And, yeah, he's just a 3 of. And that's pretty much as far as it goes. Every single fusion monster you play in this deck is based around this card here. So we want to make sure that we have multiple copies of it so we can bring out multiple fusion monsters. Next we have Elemental Hero Clayman played at 1 in this deck. You're going to be noticing that we're playing one of each of the copies of its fusion materials in the deck. But this one's the most important one in my opinion because it can be searched off of Rhoda. Next on our list is Elemental Hero Blade Edge. Blade Edge is a really cool one, mainly just because it's a 2600 Piercer, and that actually comes up every so often because you also play Necroshade, which says you can normal summon your Blade Edge without tributing if this card's in your graveyard. Like I said, it comes up. And yeah, having a 2600 Piercer, not bad at all. Next we have probably the MVP of the deck. This is DD Warrior Lady. It's a really hard card in today's format for people to play against, especially when you're playing against like decks that don't necessarily matter too much. So DD Warrior Lady is a good card to have. I play 1 Poly in my deck just for whenever Fusion Party is used up. Sometimes I even use it before Fusion Party. And then lastly I play 2 Reinforcements of the Army to finish off the spell cards. You can play this card at 3 if you want, that's completely up to you. I also play a plethora of traps. I feel like this deck cannot function unless you play trap cards because you gotta protect a lot. So you play double Floodgate Trap Hole, which is extremely good this format. 2 Justy Break, which works perfectly with your Sparkman and Claymans. Your Wall of Disruption is also at 2 in this deck, and then you play Zoma the Spirit. As for a side deck, we're playing double Cosmic Cyclone, double Night Beam, and then 2 Waking the Dragon. Now, Waking the Dragon is very good in this deck, and the reason why it's good in this deck is because once you go into game 2 and you reveal that you're playing Waking, your opponent's less likely to hit your Justy Breaks, because they're just not going to want to activate your Waking the Dragon, right? So your Justy Breaks will be protected. You're pretty much going to have your Mirror Force for your normal monsters at that point, and it's really, really good. And when it does get hit, you can summon any of these 3 monsters in your extra deck, which I chose Arcane Knight Joker, Destiny End Dragon, and Ojama King. And all 3 of those are just like, I feel like the best ones, in my opinion. You could play Thousand Eyes Restrict if you wanted to, but I opted for the Ojama King instead of it. And then lastly, to end off the video, we got Elemental Hero Darkbright as one of our fusion materials. This card is a fusion between Sparkman and Necroshade, and it says when it declares an attack, it inflicts piercing damage. When it does attack, it switches to defense position, and if this card is destroyed, you can target a monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So that's very good because of its destruction effect. Next is Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. We play this at 1, probably the one you're going to be going in the most often just because Clayman is searchable. He's just a monster that can discard a card from your hand, target a monster on the field with less attack than it, and destroy it. It's pretty much just a better armed dragon level 5. And then next is Elemental Hero Plasma Vice, which in all honesty is just a mix between Thunder Giant and Darkbright. He does piercing damage, and you can discard 1 card, target an attack position monster on the field, and you destroy that target. But all in all, yeah, this deck, in my opinion, performed very, very well. And I highly recommend just testing out, playing it. I love Fusion Party this format, and if you like Fusion Party, it's definitely just a fun way to play the deck. Also, just a fun way to play heroes in general. That's not the Rampart Blaster deck or some weird off the wall one that really just doesn't work too well. So yeah, if you want to give like a real Elemental Hero deck a try, highly recommend this one. But if you guys like this type of content, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more of this, and above all else, I would love to hear from you guys, so please leave a comment in the comment section down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.